My name is Jenna Miscavige. My uncle David Miscavige is the leader of Scientology. I was born and raised in Scientology, and just before my second birthday, my parents moved our family right here to Los Angeles to join Scientology's most dedicated group, where they signed 1 billion-year contracts, dedicating all of our souls, lifetime after lifetime, to Scientology. Joining this group meant I would never live in a home with my parents for the entirety of my childhood. It also meant being deprived of an education and being worked for long hours each day, digging trenches, hauling rocks, and being exposed to dangerous chemicals and handling asbestos, all before the age of 12 years old. It meant being shipped across the country from my family at 12 years old and not seeing my parents but for a few moments for the remainder of my childhood. It meant being forbidden to call them and physically restrained from doing so, while having no way of communicating with them that wasn't monitored and intercepted by Scientology. It meant years of soul-destroying interrogations while being in a room I could not leave, being asked questions of the sexual nature day after day for years while being videotaped. Today, I am a mother of 2 beautiful children, and only now can I fully understand what this government-sanctioned, tax-exempt organization really takes away from the children who grow up there, and the devastating lifelong damage it does to those who have no way of protecting themselves. And they do this through controlling their parents. The document you're about to hear is in LAPD's possession via a computer hard drive that was obtained as part of the Danny Masterson case. The hard drive was imaged, metadata secured, it's been forensically authenticated by LAPD, and lays bare Scientology's corruption, how they put the organization's interests above the safety and basic human rights of its parishioners. The ones who suffer the most are the children of Scientology's parishioners and staff, because they cannot protect themselves and they don't know any different. I was one of those children, and there are so many others. I'm here today to make sure their voices are heard. This letter was copied to Scientology's Legal Affairs Office, Scientology's Chief Ethics Officer, as well as to the chaplain and the file of the alleged predator. Where was the mandatory reporting to the proper authority?
I was a child that was trafficked into a Scientology hotel as well, and exactly like Jenna said, we were horrifically abused. This is what's in LAPD's possession. A letter that says, from a Scientology mother, Greg, Bill and I, to say the least, are disappointed and disgusted with your perverted sexual addiction. On a personal level, you put us at risk by using our home computers to go to child porn sites. The internet is monitored activity, and you know, as many lawsuits that we consult, testify in, and all the subpoenas we get at any time, our computers could have ended up in some courtroom. Child pornography is a federal offense. As a law student, you knew. You lived with us at our expense and violated practically every room in our home. You are in treason to Bill and I. Not only did you masturbate all over my house, but you also have to violate our offices, the same company that paid $33,000 for you to go to law school. As if that wasn't bad enough, you took it a step further and used our clients' computers and printers to masturbate to, and then the Commonwealth Title Company's employees caught you and confronted you, and you continued anyways. Let us not even talk to you about the lawyer's Ventura. Just another incident. The whole title industry knows that we are Scientologists, and you have done a lot to damage our good opinion they had of us. What you did in regards to my daughter, she's totally capable of handling by herself. What is unspeakable is your action in regards to my 7-year-old family member. Let me be specific about that for the other parties who have been CC'd. When you were at the beach with her class, all of a sudden you had to pee, and you as an adult male with no medical problems could not wait to go next door to the restaurant, and you had to wait until everyone in her class had left and take her into a portable toilet because it was such an emergency, and you were so concerned for her safety. You told her to close her eyes and she peed. She yelled at her when she tried to handle her upset over what she saw. We asked her, what did you hear him pee? She said, I don't remember him pee. I don't know if he peed or just squeezed it. She has more to tell us. I'm sure she will. If I ever catch you even looking at her, I will call the cops. Do not let me see you with any other child. I will go to the parents and tell them all about you This is a promise. This is a Scientology mother. This is what she knows. The LAPD is not protecting or serving the kids that have grown up in Scientology. You had this document and you've done nothing.
All Scientology wants is to be treated just like all the world's major religions. And even though there's only about 25,000 Scientologists in the entire world, I think they should get exactly what they want. In a letter dated May 2nd, 2019, the then California Attorney General wrote to the Archbishop of the Catholic Archdiocese of LA requesting that church officials preserve documents related to clergy abuse allegations. Quote, "The California DOJ is conducting a review of your archdiocese's handling of sexual misconduct allegations involving children, including whether your archdiocese has adequately reported allegations of sexual misconduct as required under California's Child Abuse and Neglect Reporting Act." California's Child Abuse and Neglect Reporting Act, or CANRA, was signed into law in 1981. In 1997, CANRA was updated to include all clergy members as mandatory reporters. It is not a coincidence that in 1997, Scientology issued an order to its senior staff that all internal ethics reports detailing crimes committed by Scientologists were to have any incriminating words, such as rape or child sex abuse, removed from the report and replaced with certain codes before such reports were sent up to management. This is according to former high-ranking Sea Org member Claire Headley, who testified under oath as an expert witness in Scientology at the Danny Masterson rape trial just over 1 year ago. When the DDA asked Claire Headley under oath, quote, "If a person were to report another member for a crime such as rape, is there any policy or direction that ethics officer would take in writing that report?" Claire Headley answered, yes. In 1997, an order was issued where terms of a sensitive nature, such as rape and sexual assault, were no longer to be written in reports because copies of those reports go to RTC and OSA, which are two senior high-level Scientology organizations, and they would use a code to remove those terms from the reports. Scientology's most dedicated clergy members are called Sea Org members. These are the individuals who signed the billion-year contracts in service to Scientology. Under CANRA, all Scientology Sea Org members, as clergy members, are mandated reporters for child abuse, including child sex abuse. Reports must be made immediately or as soon as practically possible, and to the civil authorities, not just to the internal Scientology authorities. I can tell you from personal experience of having been a Scientologist and a Sea Org member, it is 100% directly against Scientology policy to ever report another Scientologist to the civil authorities at any time for any reason, including child rape. Reporting another Scientologist to the civil authorities gets you expelled from Scientology. Raping doesn't get you expelled. Reporting it does get you expelled. CANRA is the law of the land. This is the standard we are asking Scientology to be held to. It is the standard all of the religions are held to. We ask that a grand jury be impaneled in LA to investigate cover-up of child sex crimes within Scientology. We have copies of transcripts of our statements and some supplemental information for anybody who would like a copy.